Hello friends, I am Ayantika and in this video I will be discussing about the life cycle of Chlamydomonas. Earlier I have made videos on the general overview of Chlamydomonas in two parts, that is part 1 where I deal with the overview of Chlamydomonas, its structure, its economic and ecological importance, and in the second part of the video, that is a part 2 of Chlamydomonas, I have made videos, I have made dealt with the reproductive structures and the reproductive strategies. Here in this video I will be discussing about the life cycle of Chlamydomonas. Now, Chlamydomonas, we all know it is a chlorophyte, that is a green algae, and this unicellular motile algae is pear-shaped with two anteriorly placed flagella. Due to this flagellation, they are able to move. They are generally unicellular, though colony-like Pamela stages are also found, but that they are predominantly perinating structure. This Chlamydomonas is surrounded by a thick mucilage wall, mucilaginous covering outside to the cell wall, and being eukaryotic in nature, this Chlamydomonas have a well-defined nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles, say for example the chloroplast, which were absent in the cyanobacteria. Now, this Chlamydomonas, this is mainly its life cycle. It is a haplontic type of life cycle, which means that the major phase of its life, it is haploidic in nature, and for a very limited period of time it appears as diploid. So in this type of organism, there is no alternation of generation. So let's start the video with the life cycle. Before I start the video, there is a quiz for you. This chytrid, there is a chytrid we know these are the parasitic fungi. The chytrids, these are parasitic fungi, and this parasitic fungi, Rhizophidium contractophyllum, this parasitizes on many organisms, especially algae and even animals, and they can also live as saprobes on organic debris and acting as a decomposers. So here the question is that Rhizophidium contractophyllum, it parasitizes on which of the below algae of the Volvocine line. Volvocine line, that is the line belonging to the Volvox. Now, Chlamydomonas is a parent. It is a ancestor group of many of lines, one of which is Volvocine line. So you have to answer it. If you know the answer, write it in the comment section, or I will be discussing it at the end of the video. The main stage or the dominant stage of the Chlamydomonas phase is the haploid stage, and Chlamydomonas usually, if the conditions are conducive for growth, then it usually reproduces asexually. Sexual spores are generally produced at the end of the growing season when there is a deficiency in the nutrient medium. That is, if there is a deficiency in the amount of nitrogen in the water, the amount of phosphorus in the water, or if there is low light, or also one of the conditions that are very conducive for the growth of for the sexual reproduction is the high amount of calcium. So if all these conditions are there, then only it turns to sexual mode of reproduction. Otherwise, in full sunlight intensity, when they can abundantly photosynthesize and grow, they have this this all asexual mode of reproduction. The first is the zoospores. Zoospores, they are produced by the normal cell, and from one cell, 8 number of zoospores are usually produced by successive bipartition of a Chlamydomonas parent. Once 8 zoospores are produced by successive bipartition, they are released, especially during the evening time. So these zoospores are also go by the name of mitospores. These mitospores, they have the same haploid number of chromosomes. So these are the haploid spores. Now if it happens that the condition is not that conductive, or there is some predator around the the Chlamydomonas senses it, and the protoplast of the zoospores do not develop flagellation, and they remain inside the parent cell wall, and this parent cell wall, it gelatinizes to form a gelatinous matrix, and the divided cells of the Chlamydomonas, they remain embedded in the gelatinous matrix without developing flagellation. On return of favorable condition, this Pamela stage, that is this Pamela stage, it changes, and this permanent resting period is called Pamela stage, and on return of favorable condition, this each and individual protoplast or cell of the Pamela cell inside the mother or the parent Chlamydomonas, it develops flagellation, and after flagellation, these individual cells, they escape from the gelatinous matrix. So this is all about zoospore and Pamela stage, and then is the aplanospore and hypnospore. So aplanospore and hypnospore, they do not have this flagella, and it happens that they have a thick wall around them, no flagellation. The aplanospore have much thinner wall than the hypnospore. So both aplanospore and hypnospore, they have thick walls, but aplanospore have a much thinner wall compared to hypnospore. They do not have flagellation. These are asexual method of reproduction, but it is mostly the spores, they develop different dark coloration, mostly reddish colored coloration, to protect themselves from UV rays. These are resting spores. Now, this type of asexual reproduction, it happens during the growing period. But at the end of the growing season, what it does is that Chlamydomonas, it forms, it starts reproduction. Now, reproduction in Chlamydomonas, it is of 3 types, that is isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. In isogamy, the shape and structure of the gamete is same, but it happens that if the gametes, they are produced from the same parent cell, it is called homothallic isogamy, where there is even the chemical similarity among the gamete. But in isogamy, there is another type of isogamy where the cell, the gametes, they are of equal size and shape, but as they are produced from different parent cells, they have different mating types, and this is called isogamy, heterothallic isogamy, where the shape and size is similar but chemically it is distinct. Another form of sexual reproduction is anisogamy, where the gametes are of similar shape but of different size, where the female gamete is much larger than the male gamete. And then the last form is the oogamy, where the female gamete looks different from the male gamete and it is much larger in size, do not have flagellation. So these are the three type of reproduction. And after reproduction, the gametes, that is they fuse, that is a fertilization happens, and zygote formed. The zygote and then the zygospore, these are the only two diploid stages in the life cycle of Chlamydomonas. So the gametes fuse to form the zygote, which loses its flagellation, develop a thick wall to form the zygospore, which can rest, and then they undergo meiosis, that is the reduction division, and after meiosis the meiozospores are produced, which is again haploid. So we see the diplophase is very limited to only two stages, that is the zygote and the zygospore. So after meiosis, again it is haploid and the meiozospores develop into Chlamydomonas. So this is all about the life cycle of Chlamydomonas. I have put all the videos that I have done on Chlamydomonas in the description box. So this is all about Chlamydomonas, but don't go there. Is a Chytrid Rhizophidium contractophyllum parasitizes on which of the following algae? We know that chytrids in general are parasitic, but this Rhizophidium contractophyllum is a Rhizophidialis. So this all the fungi of this Rhizophidialis, they have two mode of nutrition. One is they parasitize on other algae or any even animals also, and they also parasitize on the angiospermic plants also. And second mode of nutrition is they live saprophytically on organic debris in water. They decompose this organic debris. So the answer to this question is the second option, Eudorina. All these Gonium, Eudorina, Pandorina and Volvox, these all are colonial algae belonging to, these are green algae, these are chlorophytes, but belonging to the Volvocine line. That is, they have these are the line of Volvox, the evolutionary line of Volvox. Now these are all colonial algae, Gonium being a flat plate shaped algae, Eudorina and Pandorina, they have either spherical or ellipsoidal colony. Volvox has a spherical colony. So this Eudorina, it is host to this parasite Rhizophidium contractophyllum. So the answer is option B. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, share it with your friends. Do subscribe to get the latest videos that I'll be making.